It's Friday, October 6, 2017. I'm your host, Sarah Beal. Thank you for joining us. We have a great show in store for you today. On today's show, we will meet the new artist in residence at 46 Pearl, Melissa Morris. Then we will check in with HYCC Program Manager, Joe Izzo. And finally, we'll get an MEA update from Natural Resource Officer, Amy Croteau. But first, let's get a look at today's top headlines. Flu season is upon us, and the town of Barnstable's Health Division will hold 2 flu clinics. The first will be held Wednesday, October 11th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and the second will be held November 8th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Both will be held at the St. George Greek Orthodox Church in Centerville. These clinics are open to town of Barnstable residents only, and the fee is $3. The Senior Center is now offering a 50-plus job seekers group. Funded and supported by the Massachusetts Councils on Aging, the Job Seekers Network Group offers support and assistance to people 50-plus that are looking for a new job, new career direction, or an encore career. The group will meet on the first and third Thursday of the month from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Barnstable Senior Center. For more information, please call 508-862-4750. The Land Acquisition and Preservation Committee is hosting Fall Walking Weekend this weekend, October 6th through the 9th. There will be two walks hosted every day. Each walk will be led by a member of the Land Acquisition and Preservation Committee or an able representative of that area. For more information on the Fall Walking Weekend, please go to the town website and click through to the Land Acquisition and Preservation Committee page. Now let's head over to 46 Pearl to meet the new artist in residence, Melissa Morris.
Hi, I'm Melissa Chartrand here on the Hyannis High Arts campus at the corner of Pearl and South Street, and I'm here at Studio 46, home to our artist in residence, Melissa Morris. Today, Melissa shares with us what influences and inspires her, why she's working on a self-portrait series at this stage of her life, and her thoughts and role as the new artist in residence at Studio 46.
I've always been an abstract artist until recently. I have been incorporating more realistic items like birds and myself. And I think it really shows how mysterious I am, where I've always really thought about these things as I was sort of hacking away at making paintings and working with color and shape, and now it's sort of coming together in a different way to describe something else about who I am and what I want to express. I think yoga starts it all because it's just finding my center and quieting down and finding the space not inside of myself to be able to be creative and open. And I do it, it's sort of a routine. I breathe and I stretch and I get ready, and then I play a little music to kind of open up and get my body moving and listening to the sound, and then it just sort of transfers over into starting to paint. So they all work together in tandem together. So. The self-portrait series, each one is sort of like a layer of myself. Every one I paint, I feel like I'm shedding a skin in a way, and sort of releasing a part of myself. And in the growth, my own growth as a woman, I just feel like it's really important to express what I am and who I am as an artist. Not only just as a maker and a creator, but also my emotions and my spirit and who I am, make sure I record that. And this whole process of living and being a woman and making sure it's documented in a special way. I have a couple of small mirrors that I set up on my easel, and I work on them at different times of the day purposefully so that I get different lights, and it makes it so that the images have different facets and different lights and colors, and I work on them sometimes in the morning and sometimes at night, and of course everyone feels different at those different times of day, so it kind of captures a little bit of that time and the space and the place and where I'm at that certain day in one image. And I do really like abstraction. I'm originally an abstract artist. I like color and I like shape and I like mark making. And so I'm really trying to find that balance where I'm showing the image of a face, my face, but also it still reads as an abstract image. I actually write 3 longhand pages every single day. I've been doing it for like 10 years. So I have stacks and stacks and stacks of books of journaling, and I always write about what I'm working on and what I'm thinking about and what's important to me in my work and how I want to push myself. And sometimes I do start a series and I want to get it done so fast, but as I'm getting older and wiser, I'm realizing I need to slow down and really document how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking about and what materials I'm using, and slowing down even just the process of making the work, allowing myself to work on a piece for 3 or 4 days at a time. Well, I worked with this community before, and I always just thought it was just such a really cool place and space for our community in the Cape. And I'm not I'm not a typical Cape Cod artist, you know, I'm not painting, you know, the scenes, the landscape and different things. I really tried to push the envelope a little bit in my artwork, and I'd like to try to push the envelope a little bit here and be able to get some really funky, cool classes and workshops in this space. And for myself, I already feel it that just the space itself has a really good energy, and I can feel that it's pushing me to grow in my own work. So I'm really excited about that. I have a song, and it's called The Guitar with One String. And I remember when I was really young, my family was moving, and there was this guitar with one string. And I sat outside and I played this guitar, and it only had one string, and it was out of tune, it was horrible. And I sang, and all my brothers and sisters and all the kids in the street, they came out and they sort of like sat there, and I had one string guitar, and I was singing and everyone was listening, and right there I could feel something like I was connecting with people, and I could feel it in myself. And I've always just played music, you know, if I was sad or needed to just be in a different place. It was always my go-to for just release and finding peace.
This dark black cloud, it's coming down. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Not knocking on heaven's door. Not knocking on heaven's door.
You can find more about Melissa at melissamorris.com, as well as find her on Facebook. And to find out more information about the High Arts Campus, as well as all the programs not only in the High Arts Cultural District, but in all 7 villages in the town of Barnstable, be sure to visit artsbarnstable.com. I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you an artful day.
Coming up, we will get an MEA update from Amy Croteau. But first, let's check in with HYCC Program Manager, Joe Izzo. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today. There's always so much going on at the HYCC. I know we're right in the middle of hockey season. What can you tell me about what's going on?
Oh, goodness, Sarah, there is so much going on here at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. As you said, hockey season has kicked off, and we're pretty much already in mid-season form with youth hockey. We have a new junior team that skates here at the HYCC, the Total Athletic Seahawks. They started practicing with us right before Labor Day, and They practice during the day and play their games on nights and weekends. And we've hosted 2 of their home games already, and we have another one coming up this Saturday night in the Kennedy rink. So yeah, it's super busy. Really exciting time at the HYCC.
Wow, that's awesome. I know that you guys are you're the home base for many volleyball teams.
Yeah. Yes, we sure are. Yeah, we're our gymnasium serves as the home court for both Sturgis East and Sturgis West volleyball programs, and we run some recreational programs for volleyball here in the gym, and we do some open gym for high school volleyball, and we do some open gym volleyball time on Sundays for adults too. So fall, when the leaves start changing and people start thinking about volleyball, this is definitely a great place to come and whack that ball around.
Yeah, I love that volleyball has become such a popular sport, because when I was in high school and growing up, it wasn't, you just played it in gym class and that was about it. But it's huge here in Barnstable. They take their volleyball very seriously.
Oh yeah, yes, we certainly do. I think it helps to have such a strong program at the high school, and their tradition of winning. And as you said, it really carries over. I mean, our volleyball recreation programs are thriving, and there's tons of kids who participate. And our open volleyball time here on Sunday nights at the HYCC are usually pretty packed. So, yeah, if you're new to the sport or just kind of want to dip your toe in, or if you played years and years ago and you want to come out and get some exercise on Sunday nights, this is the best place to do it.
That's great. What time on Sunday nights do you have that?
Sunday nights is the high school time is earlier. I knew you were you're gonna ask me the tough questions. I want to say it is. It's listed on our website.
Okay.
The high school time, I believe, is 5 o'clock, and the adult time is no. I'm sorry. The high school time is 4:30. 4:30 to 6:30, and then 7 to 9 is the adult time.
Great.
So that's every Sunday here at the HYCC, including this Sunday. I know it's a long weekend, so if you haven't played volleyball in a while and you're off on Monday and you want to come out and stretch out those muscles and have a full day to recover on Monday, this weekend's the best time to do it.
Yeah, I might need that if I came out on Sunday to play volleyball. I would need Monday off for that. Now, is this like a pickup game or?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, the participants will kind of organize into teams, and we have staff here, obviously, and we can help out in resolving any disputes or helping folks if there's an issue with the net or in the gym, or making sure that the balls are properly inflated, or just kind of anything that the folks need. We're here to help. But yeah, it's a drop in pickup kind of thing. So
wonderful. That's so awesome.
Everyone is welcome.
Yes, wonderful. So figure skating, I know that is also started up. I got a text from my niece the other day. She's looking for me to help her with her music for the holiday show coming up in December. So I know that they're underway and out on the ice practicing. What can you tell me about what's going on with the figure skating program?
Yeah, it kicked off a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and it's the kind of the start of the fall season for us, and learn to skate kids all the way from little tots, 3 and 4 years old, all the way up to high school kids are starting their fall program, and they sort of work every week towards the big holiday show, which is the first weekend in December. And it's just an awesome place to learn how to skate. We have great instructors and lots of different times available for people to learn, and it's like almost everything that we do here at the HYCC, we try to make it as easy as possible, and we try to break down barriers. So if you're nervous about putting on skates for the very first time, whether you're a child or a parent or somewhere in between, we have the staff and the instructors here to make it as easy as possible and as welcoming as possible. So you don't have to be nervous about trying to learn to skate, or if you already know how to skate, you don't have to be nervous about trying new moves or spins or triple lutzes or axles or whatever it may be. We're here to support and get people excited, and most importantly, get people active and doing things together.
You guys do such a great job over there, as well as the skating classes. You guys have skating, open skate time.
Oh, sure.
All sorts of times during the day and on the weekends. Do you have any good skating times coming up over the long weekend, maybe? We
do, yeah. We offer public skate nearly every single day here at the HYCC, and then especially this weekend, as the weather turns a little colder and people are start thinking about ice skating and hockey and things like that. We have ample public skating times. We'll offer it both on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you're looking for something to do with the kiddies or with the family this weekend, you can definitely come out. And if you don't have skates, you don't have your own pair, no need to worry. We have over 300 pairs of skates here in our rental booth that are available for folks to use as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Joe. Is there anything else that you wanted to let us know about before I let you go?
Oh my goodness, I could talk for days and days about all the great stuff here at the HYCC. But we post a lot of stuff online. We have a website and a Facebook page and a Twitter account. And if you have questions, you can go online, or you can always call us. Or if you just want to come in and walk around and ask questions, you can do that too. Like I said, we try to make it as easy as possible, and for folks to come out and do whatever it is they want to do, whether it's in the gymnasium or on the ice, or have a birthday party here, or host a corporate meeting, or pretty much the sky's the limit here at the HYCC.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe, so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
My guest today is HYCC Program Manager Joe Izzo. Thank you, Amy, so much for joining us today. We're going to talk about some fall recreation activities that have started up for the outdoorsman or outdoors lady.
Absolutely, yeah. There is a lot of stuff that happens in the fall. During the summer, people also, do a lot of clamming, a lot of fishing. But in the fall, the outdoor recreation opportunities sort of shift as the season shifts. So exciting this week, October 4th, which was yesterday, we had a shellfish relay area open. It's referred to as Bluff Point and is off of Ocean View Ave in Cotuit.
Okay.
You can either park on Ocean View Ave as you would head down to Loop Beach, or you can park at the Cotuit Town Dock, and there is a small way to water that you can walk through if parking runs out, because there's only 2 or so spots there. We also have a recreational area that reopened at Handy Point, which is down the end of Little River Road near Cotuit Oyster Company. As you walk out into the recreational area, it is the first section on your left that you encounter that was reopened. As people wander out there, you'll notice there's a physical line of bagel buoys, and that is where the closure begins. We always say when you see a physical barrier, it's best not to enter into that area.
Okay, and what is in this area that...
3 other year classes of shellfish that are not currently ready for harvest. Okay. This area in general is not productive on its own, but has been very receiving of quahog seed, and so we've been doing crop rotation there for years now.
Very cool, very cool. We also have Schubel's Pond and Hamlin Pond have been stocked with trout.
Yes, with rainbow trout specifically. They were stocked by the Division of Fish and Game on September 27th and on September 29th. So they've only been stocked for about a week, and we haven't seen a huge amount of traffic there, so definitely plenty of rainbow trout to get there. Coming within the next week or two, they will also be stocking Hathaway's and Lovell's Pond. So they've done Schubel's and they've done Hamlin's, and they will be doing Hathaway's and Lovell's within the next week or two.
Is this something that happens every year, this stocking?
Yes, they actually do it in the spring, and then they do it again in the fall, because these areas are somewhat landlocked and don't have trout existing in them without that sort of propagation.
Right. Is there a reason to do this, or?
I think that it's just, historically it has been done, and these ponds are very good at receiving these animals that are raised by the state, and so they're just good locations. They stock all across the state.
Okay, very cool. Because I know they also do, there's a bird that you guys stock too, right? I know it's not that season yet.
Yes, it almost is.
Almost
we are sort of breaching into the beginning of hunting season. October is typically when a lot of our hunting seasons start to begin. We will have the opening of duck season on Friday, October 13th, followed by the opening of pheasant season, which is another stocking program run by the state. There aren't many towns that still do stock pheasant. But it is part of the hunter license fee for the year that goes into this program. So we will start stocking pheasant very, very early in the morning on Saturday, October 14th, and then a half hour before sunrise, people are more than welcome to come out to West Barnstable Conservation Area to hunt animals that are stocked at Sandy Neck. It's regulated as a wildlife management area, so you can't start hunting there until sunrise.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of hunters and fishers and things in the town of Barnstable. Are there any specific rules and regulations to the town that they need to follow, or what kind of things should they be aware of?
So the state establishes bag limits for things for the year, like how many you can have in your possession at any time, how many you can possess for an entire season. Say, for instance, pheasant, you can only take 6 in an entire season. Trout, you can only take 3 daily. So far as we go, there are specific hunting regulations to Sandy Neck that can be found on the Sandy Neck website. And then in the rest of the town, we follow state regulations. So most places you can hunt from a half hour before sunrise to a half hour after sunset.
Wow, very cool. Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to let our viewers know before I let you go?
I do feel that it is important to mention that oyster season will be opening Wednesday, November 1st. I also feel it is important to let people know that it is a 4:15 p.m. tide and that sunset that day is at 5:37.
Yeah.
So it is a short window of opportunity for people to get out the first day, but it will limit the amount of traffic that comes in the first week because they'll be split between Wednesday and Saturday. So.
Yeah.
And expect police detail, as that's pretty standard now, opening week.
How early on Wednesday would you expect to start seeing people head down there?
So for 4:15 tide, my guess is that we will have people showing up to park around noon and then people trying to physically access the oysters upwards of 3 hours prior to low tide.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really early.
It is.
It's kind of nice that it's a little bit later in the day this year. I feel like
it is. It's a day that,
it's been kind of early.
Yeah, we usually pick the day, and it just so happens that, the very earliest we could open Bay Street in North Bay would be November 1st, which happens to fall on a Wednesday, so it made sense to us just to open it that very first day.
Great.
All right.
I can't wait. You know, I love getting out and getting some oysters. So
Absolutely.
I'll be down there at some point.
Excellent.
Maybe not that day. Maybe I'll wait till the Saturday. But thank you, Amy, so much for coming in and giving us an update on all of this.
You're welcome.
Okay, great. My guest today is Amy Croto. She's the Natural Resource Officer here in the town of Barnstable. Now let's get a look at this week's community calendar. The Osterville Village Library is hosting a fall festival on Saturday, October 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The events happening at the fall festival are a dog parade at 10 a.m., cupcake decorating where you can decorate cupcakes to look like dogs at 10:30. 12 to 2 there will be children's activities including create a costume, arts and crafts, read with a pirate, and more. For more information you can visit www.ostervillefreelibrary.org. This is the last weekend you can visit the High Art Shanties at Bismarck Park. They will be open through Monday, so get down to the harbor and enjoy these local artists for the last time until next year. Now let's get a look at next week's board, committee, and commission schedule. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back next week with more great shows for you. I hope everyone out there has a great weekend. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Beal.